Hello and welcome to Smallton. Today we're doing a little bit of track work, which I was actually going to do, but as you can see, the Smalltonians have decided to do the job themselves. They've got a nice excavator in there, and they brought in the crane, which I'm using for the first time, to lift the track. Now, as I say, the reason for the change is that this inner track where the leads off into the goods yard and the industrial area was a little bit tight for coaches on one particular spot, and the wheels kept riding up. So I've got to try and amend the curve slightly. Well, the only way I'm going to do that is to fit a set of curved points. So I shall let you know how that goes. Now, originally when this was set up for DC, it was set up in such a way as I could have the curve there leading all the way into the goods shed, isolated from the rest or powered up, and the rest of the track isolated. Well, obviously that's going to have to alter now with going to DCC. Now, sometimes wonder if that was a good move. Anyway, we shall see. So, as you can see, the Smalltonians are getting on with it nicely. They've taken up part of the track already, and they're digging up the ballast. Why I ballasted this in the first place, I'll never know. Anyway, they're digging it up. They're expecting some more ballast lorries. They've already filled two from a different area. So they're going to have to bring them in by road, I think, or use the outer line somehow. So the next step is, once that track's been done, is to test it with the DMU there once I've fixed it. Yes, it's playing silly people at the moment, and to build the DMU staging by the station there, the small station. Now that's only going to be feeding the industrial area, and it will be and brewery, and of course Mr. Belcher, who's there busily watching his secretary clean the car, and he does like to see her bottom waggle as she's polishing it. I can't blame him either. So anyway, I'll keep you informed, and I'll do a little series on different stages where the different stages of this, showing the little crane in action and how I'm going to actually do this. Dig up all the ballast from round here to more or less where the flexi curve or flex track, if you like, comes down there. Obviously, the foam ballasting will have to be relayed in along there to match up the curve for the curved point. So that's all going to have to be dug out and may actually require a complete new piece. Well, still it's better than cork, but that will raise a few eyebrows, and the purists will be putting silly comments. Well, on the whole, it's coming on nicely now. The other things are coming on. I've started to do a little bit of detail work behind the girder bridge. We put in a small road, and I've just printed off a free download from one of the sites just to see how much room I've got, how much room and how much how big a building I can put in there. and we'll keep you informed on that as things progress. I've also cut out some roadway for the upper section, and that's going in front of the church over there, and that will be done eventually. Now there's not much else going on around here, although I am thinking about making some other changes. Primarily, as much as I like this particular engine shed, goods shed, I will have to check the lights because there's only 2 out of the 4 that's actually working. And I'm thinking of replacing this with a modified engine shed done to fit everywhere. I'll put the lid back on now. Yeah, right. So that should make that better, maybe worse, I don't know. But with wanting to build a DMU area, part of the platform there will be taken up by the wall from the engine shed, which is quite a good idea, since that no access to the goods area will be required by the passengers. At the moment it's just blocked off with a sign and the actual building itself. Also, that pair of buffers there will be modified to suit. May actually even remove it and put something else in its place, just as a stop for the DMU if it carries on too far. Now I'm just looking at the time on here. It's moving on a bit. I like to keep these between 5 and 10 minutes so that people will actually watch all of it. Anyway, like I said, I'll keep you informed on the modifications, and I'm sure the Smalltonians will, the permanent way gang from will actually get the job done eventually. Okay, take it easy, guys. Bye for now.